Marty Friedman, legendary guitarist, famous solo artist, and of course also very well known for his work with Megadeth, has personally reached out, which is super interesting, and I wanted to share this with you today. Some of you might have seen that I posted my own kind of version or my own take on the Tornado of Souls guitar solo a couple of days ago. It's a very quick performance video. In case you haven't seen it, allow me to show it to you real quick. Big stretches. Variation on the main riff. So that's kind of the most iconic part of the solo and kind of a fun, more modern take on it. The reactions were quite interesting. Bradley Hall said I took it too far with this one. And a lot of people were actually wondering what Marty himself would think of this rendition of his iconic solo. And it only took a couple of hours after the upload and Marty actually commented on the video on Facebook. And it turns out I think he actually really liked it, which is honestly something that's a bit surprising to me. Whenever you put a bit of a different spin on something as iconic as the Tornado of Soul solo, I'm sure not all people like it. For me, it's just a very fun thing to do and a cool challenge. But I did not expect that this video would reach the original author of the solo and that he would actually also like it. So for me, it's super cool to see such established players having such an open mind and still looking at guitar videos. So in the rare case that Marty is seeing this as well, thanks so much for checking out the video, for the inspiration, and for still being disconnected with the guitar world and with younger players. Because after this, I actually saw a clip of him playing with Ichika and Marcin in China. Of course, it would be amazing to meet or even collaborate one day. But I thought this is actually the perfect chance to dive a little bit deeper together with you amazing people and to analyze the full guitar solo and to check out why it's so iconic. So I have a really interesting video for you today. Let's do a deep dive and check out an amazing live performance of Marty and analyze the solo kind of note by note and see what makes it so great and iconic all these years after he composed it. First of all, what I think is really cool is when you're scrolling right here that you can immediately see where the solo happens. I think it's very, very unique even for a metal song for the guitar solo to be the big highlight in the track that everyone is skipping to. Nice, okay, I have to stop it. The first note is actually really cool because with solos, I guess it's very common that players start on the one of every single measure, maybe with a scale run or something like that. But this solo opens up in a really cool way on the 4 and of the previous measure before the solo actually kind of starts. And not just with the target note, just played like this with a really cool whole tone bend. I don't want to talk too much about the first note, but it's just such an effective opening for the solo. Yeah, and those details, those are actually details that I also like, because it's not just going... So just ascending in the scale, especially in this live version, you can really hear the... So not just that kind of syncopated way of playing, also really digging into those notes. Yeah, and that bend is also really, really nice. So he often either does those really cool quick bends before the actual bend, or the bends are very slow or really fast, because it makes a difference if you're going like, or like with a really quick one. Nice. And then you have some more intricate phrases in there already that are super catchy nonetheless. I think it's played like this. Nice. Then another cool ascending run, with of course some spicy bending on top. That kind of sound, I think. So many cool bends in there. Yes, and this kind of sounds like a traditional sweep picking approach, but it's actually phrased in a really interesting way. Nice. First of all, the first note of the run once again is on the 4 and not on the 1. Once again, especially with arpeggios, as guitar players, we do tend to like to start on the 1 and just play a shape up and down as fast as possible. But this is really nice and it outlines the chord changes perfectly. A really cool phrase that's continued. I think for this one, he's using more like a legato approach. And of course we need a big band to end it. And even the kind of tremolo picked phrase is very, very catchy. Then we're slowly reaching the climax. And before we talk about the climax, I just wanted to let you know real quick that I'm planning the next huge subscriber exclusive giveaway on this channel. As you might have seen, I gave away over $10,000 worth of guitars over the last couple of months to my amazing and loyal audience across my channels. So if you would like to win a free guitar and some free gear very, very soon, just click the subscribe button down below. It's just one click and it's completely free. That way you will be automatically selected for the next big giveaway, and you will also get more cool guitar content like this in your feed. But let's check out the infamous line right now. Okay, this is just really, really cool. It's my personal highlight of the solo because it really does sound like a tornado, so it's pretty fitting for the song. I think he plays it a little bit differently live or just differently on different occasions. The first shape goes like this, I think. I think it might be played with that picking approach on the album, which can be tough because you have 2 downstrokes in a row for those pull-offs, and when you speed that up, that's kind of tricky. And of course you also don't want any overlapping notes here. Now you could hear the B string ringing out over all that, and to me this lick only sounds impressive when it's very clean. Of course it's also okay to play it with a bit more legato to let the fretting hand work a bit more than the picking hand. But of course then it loses this cool aggressive picking sound, and it's famously moved even higher in more uncomfortable positions as well. So that's the stretch that's often omitted in the live versions for very understandable reasons. Another round of pretty crazy stretches, but then it gets a little bit easier. Or I think that last note is a bend actually. Anyways, I just wanted to check out this iconic solo a little bit more in detail with you together. If you'd like to be part of the next huge giveaway on this channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Just tap that button, become part of this awesome community, and maybe win a bunch of awesome stuff as well. If you liked this Born to Shred t-shirt, and you're also born to shred, which means you need one of those, I also linked it down below in my Shopify store. Over there you can also get this really cool brand new Elemental limited edition vinyl. That's my brand new record, and the splatter edition looks really, really cool. As always, thank you so much for your support. I think if you're into guitar music and guitar solos like the one we checked out today, you're gonna love this record. The link is down below. Pick it up today, get your shirt as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Greetings from Los Angeles and bye bye.